What is going on, bro? Welcome to the video, and happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If not, happy Thursday. Now, before we hop in, I want to let you know that we are doing an insane Black Friday deal for the Beastly app, the most powerful fitness app in the game. If you join now, you only have to pay $1, and that's going to cover your first 30 days. The Beastly app is the only app that's going to give you a complete personalized training plan and diet plan. You can choose to train from 3 to 6 days per week, and the app is going to keep track of your progress on every single exercise and automatically challenge you to get stronger so you make gains as fast as possible. Plus, we've built by far the easiest calorie tracker in the game. You're going to get personalized macro goals. You're also going to get over 100 easy meal ideas based on your macros. Now is the perfect time to join over 50,000 guys who are making the best gains of their life with the Beastly app. All you have to do is click that first link in description to get started now for only $1. It's $1, bro. But don't wait, because this deal ends on Monday. First link in description. Definitely needed this coffee this morning because last night we did a little Beast giving with the Beast team and drank a little too much, ate a little too much. Anyway, today, I want to talk to y'all about some things that women just don't want men to know about them. Julia's going to contribute a few of these things. Yes. Because she's a woman. I'm going to contribute a few of these things based on my experience. And I would say that if you're a single man on the market right now, these are things that you need to know about. Ready? I got one. Girls are insanely afraid of being rejected, and they don't want you to know.
Really?
Yeah, so check it out. As men, in order to have consistent dating success, we have to face rejection over and over. If we approach a girl, she could reject us. If we're trying to set up a date, she could ghost us or reject us. If I'm asking you to come back to my place, you could reject me. And it took me probably a good 2 years of consistently facing rejection to be able to manage that fear and move forward without being paralyzed. But girls, look, you're not someone who I look at as being afraid of things. Yeah. But let's be honest, you've never had to face rejection over and over again. I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions. Have you been?
Not in that way, no.
Appreciate the honesty. From my experience, though, girls get rejected, or they feel rejected in a different way when it comes to dating. I think they feel rejected when a guy no longer wants to hang out with them and he's done with her.
Yeah, that's a girl's biggest fear, is someone's not going to want them.
Why? How does that make you feel?
It makes us feel shitty, and it's like a defense mechanism. So instead of the guy breaking up with us first, we always tend to just push them away so we don't get hurt.
That's exactly what I'm saying. When a girl is pulling away from you or ghosting you or she doesn't want to hang out with you anymore, well, a lot of times it's because you were being needy and over texting her or trying to hang out too much and she wants some space. But the other biggest reason is because she actually likes you, and for some reason she's uncertain whether or not you're going to continue liking her. So in her mind, she's like, well, if I stop hanging out with him now, then I'm the one who rejected him and I don't get hurt. And this is crucial to realize, because when a girl rejects you or she pulls away, oftentimes it's because she's afraid of getting hurt, and that should be empowering. It should prevent you from feeling butthurt or taking it personally. That being said, whenever a girl pulls away, you should always also pull away, because maybe you were being a little bit needy and pulling away is going to fix that. And pulling away, now she's going to feel like, oh my God, he's pulling away. And that's a powerful way to reinitiate her attraction. Something else that women really don't want men to know about is how amazing breakfast tacos are. Because if men knew about how good breakfast tacos were, we would no longer care about getting attention from females.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Not even joking.
Only one taco for Kevin today, because y'all know how some people do no fap? Kevin was trying to do no taco, but then he couldn't do it, so now he's doing one taco to control your urges, right?
So one fap.
So in 2021, everybody's equal, right? And that's great. I think everybody should have equal, rights legally. I think that people should all be respected of all different shapes and sizes and genders. As part of this, there's the kind of the boss babe movement, right? Where women are empowered to be independent and powerful and don't mess with me. And look, I don't have any issues with this, but I think as men, it's a little unattractive when a girl's like really aggressive and in your face about this up front. It makes her feel maybe a little bit masculine. And I've had experience with several of these types of girls, both for like casual flings, but also for longer term relationships. Julia was not, you definitely weren't extreme. You had a little bit of this in you up front.
For me, where this came from was in the past, I wanted a guy to have my back or to feel that he was going to protect me, and he didn't. And then I was more vulnerable. So I internalized that as I need to be the person that has my own back. I need to be this person that's gonna stand up for myself, because someone else isn't going to do it.
Yeah, from my experience, it's a combination of this. First of all, I think a lot of girls who have this mindset in the past, they've dated like weaker dudes or dudes who hadn't built up their confidence yet, and they had to take on the leadership role and make a lot of the decisions. And also there is like the societal pressure now, like, yeah, be a boss, babe.
Which I think is important, but I think that the problem is that when we get into we don't need men or things like that, that's where I think the line gets a little blurred.
So from my perspective, if a girl's acting super alpha up front, I'm not going to immediately disqualify her, because what I've seen happen time and time again is, if you show the girl, hey, like, I got us, I can make the decisions, I can lead us forward, they can relax into more of a feminine role.
Well, they're not always feeling like they have to be on guard, and they can have someone that has their back.
Yeah, no, Julia's still like super confident. I'd say you're very independent, but I guess the way to like turn this into actionable advice would be, first impressions are strong. So being the guy who can, from the first date, approach the girl, ask her out. When you're texting her, quickly set up the date, choose the location you're gonna go to, be the one who asks her, hey, you wanna come back to my place? Like, take those first steps so she knows, like, okay, I'm not gonna have to worry about trying to advance this relationship, or even if it's just like a casual thing. Like, you don't need to tell her, hey, I'm a confident, masculine guy. Just take the lead. And a lot of these girls will, like, that part of the personality will change, and everything will go a lot more smoothly. All right, what you got?
All right, so the thing girls don't want guys to know is on a first or a second date, we're evaluating the guy to see if they're like husband material.
Why is that relevant on the first date?
It's because we want to see if it's somebody we want to spend our time with, if we can have a family with. It's just like we don't want to waste our time if they're not husband material.
Yeah, so I can't speak for all men, but I could date a girl for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and it doesn't go anywhere. And I wouldn't look at it as wasted time. I feel like girls have this thing where if like the relationship doesn't lead to the American dream at the end, like at the family, it kind of does feel like wasted time, maybe.
Yeah, it's hard because we have this like biological clock, and we know that if you want to have kids, you have to have them at a certain time. So we're constantly like, okay, is he the one? Is he the one we're gonna spend time with?
All right, so let me guess. The husband test. Probably first of all, do they make a lot of money so they can support a family? And that's it?
I mean, that's part of it, but also like, do they have a healthy family life? Are they independent? Do they live with their parents, or is their apartment disgusting? Or do they have their shit together?
What's that mean?
Well, someone like that has their shit together, in my opinion, is somebody that is well-rounded. So they have a good career, they have friends, they are into doing different things, like they're well-rounded.
So basically the idea of hypergamy, that women are attracted to more successful men. Money plays a big role in this, but I think the appearance of being well-rounded also makes you look more successful. My second question would be, does the husband test even matter? I'm just trying to get a hookup. I'm not trying to be a husband.
No, it definitely matters, because a girl is going to entertain that guy if he has those qualities, because she's going to find that extremely attractive.
The take-home message here is basically the whole message of this channel, how to beast. Like, I'm going to level up my life and become a beast for myself, because it's going to make my life more fun and exciting and fulfilling. But your dating life is also going to get a whole lot easier. Gains, bro. Workout complete. Of course, my workout was on the Beastly app, which you can still join for $1 only until Monday. Not to mention, and look, I'm not trying to pimp my ride. That's not right. I'm not trying to pimp myself. But Edge is our Black Friday sale still going, where you can get t-shirts, tank tops, joggers, shorts, everything on the website up to 75% off. First link down in the description for Beastly, second link down in the description for Edge. Both of these offers in on Monday, and honestly, a lot of the Edge might already be sold out, but you still might be able to get some good shit. All right, Julia, what you got for us?
So something girls really don't want you to know is we pick fights because we want to feel loved.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been in a relationship before, then you know it can seem like your girl picks a fight out of nowhere, and you're like what? Who? Why? Where? When? But why?
Well, I feel like I used to pick fights because I wanted someone to fight for me, to show that they loved me, and it was like this kind of fucked up way of being like, show me attention, show that you'll fight for me.
So in that moment, were you going through just like some anxiety or some stress? Or?
Yeah, it depends, but sometimes like, you know, there's an insecurity that comes up and you're like angry and upset and you want him to show that he loves you.
And the issue here is, we talked about this in last week's video, when someone comes at you and your girl's like, hey, fuck you, your natural reaction is always gonna be like, fuck me? No. Fuck you. Or sometimes as a man, you're like, okay, how am I gonna fix this situation right now? And what I've realized through a lot of doing this the wrong way, like over and over and over again, and just having bigger and bigger fights is, in this situation, it's always better just to like sit there, just listen, just let her get every last thing off of her chest. Just keep nodding and nodding. And the first thing you should usually say is, I hear you, I understand. What do you need from me? Now, at times, this is not going to be that difficult to do because maybe it's just like general anxiety, only lightly directed at you. But if your girl's like coming at you and being disrespectful, like there's something inside of me in those moments that's like, no, I'm not going to be like cool with this. I'm not going to be okay with this. And that's when it's kind of like difficult. Like, what am I supposed to do right now? In that moment, you just need to take space. You got to say, listen, it seems like you're really upset right now. I'm going to take some space and give you some time to cool off. And that gives the time for a girl to be like, wait, what I'm doing is really fucked up and I need to stop. Yeah, similar to what we talked about, like pulling away when she pulls away. A lot of times pulling away is the only way to make someone actually confront their thoughts. Like they need that time alone. Women are just more emotional than men, so sometimes they need that like space to feel wanted. Yeah, you gotta realize if you're gonna enter into a relationship, there's a lot of, you know, upsides and downsides, and one of the, I guess you could call it downsides, is you have to like get good at confrontation handling and like managing your emotions. Now that does give you benefits in other areas of your life where maybe you could get emotional and lose your cool. At the end of the day, you gotta decide if a relationship's right for you or not, but at least have a good expectation. What's going on, bro?
You shouldn't have me do that.
What's going on, bro?
What's up?
I should have been like this.
A little chilly for frozen margaritas. It's a little extra frozen though, I like that.
Trying to work on my summer body right now, but you forced me into drinking this, so.
From breakfast tacos to dinner tacos, steak fajita, chicken, fish. Number 5, ready? Women really enjoy and want sex, but it's a delicate balance because they're afraid to express that desire. Well, yeah, you gotta think about it. When a girl is like, oh, you know, I slept with this guy, or I did this, I did that, like a lot of people think that's like a turn off. But when like a guy talks about having lots of sex, people are like, oh, that's awesome. Now, I believe the argument can be made that it's biologically more feasible for men to have multiple partners than women. Or that can be considered just a double standard. It could also be a double standard. The point doesn't matter. The point is that in society it's more acceptable for men. And because of that, you have to realize that that's why women have become the gatekeepers, right? Because they're the one who kind of has to allow it to happen because that's what society expects, and because they're expected to have fewer partners on average than men. And because of these society norms, that's why men are the ones that are supposed to initiate it. But like, it doesn't mean women don't enjoy it. It's just they're not going to be the ones that put up first. And why it's important is that if you're asking a girl back to your place, you just don't want to make a big deal about it, because if you get really nervous and you work up this thing in your head, it's going to feel like it's a big deal to her. She's going to probably feel more judged, and she's not going to feel comfortable with it. But if you just say, hey, you come back to my place, it's going to feel natural, and she's not going to feel as judged. Hope that all made sense. We got a massage and a margarita, and then my head doesn't quite work right. But right now, if you're working to improving your dating life, I want to remind you that we do have our private Beast dating coaching program where you can work personally with me, the homie Dave, Julia. We've brought in some other experts as well. Rather than me telling you about it, check out what a few guys who went through the program have to say.
Just between the amount of dates that I've been on in the past like 2 months compared to the last like 10 years, it's insanely different.
Just having this group of guys we're all working towards the same goal, it's been awesome for me.
Because if I didn't join this program, I think I would have just kept letting this kind of go by and not really dealing with it.
Link down in the description to learn more and apply now. If you are still watching the video, I appreciate you, bro. Smash the thumbs up button, hit it. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. If I don't, I will be mad, bro. Stay beastly.